specifically welcome back to YouTube Square. Or actually, is this YouTube Square?
No, this is substitute YouTube Square.
Yeah, YouTube Square, as you may have seen in the opening B-roll, was inhabited by some absolute nonsense. So we had to move. I had to move to film my video. And today is going to be a very exciting video because today I'm out with Mr. Gravelwood Car Sales, who you've seen in my last video. And actually I just finished filming about 10 minutes ago in his brand new, to him anyway, Speciale. Archie is unfortunately out in his purple Hurricane and I am out for the first time in quite a while in my SV. So I thought it'd be very, very useful, or very, very useful, to work out whether or not, if you had 350k, which one of these two cars would you buy? Because you could buy 2 of those for that. Actually, 2 and a bit.
You could buy 2 more on a Golf GTI. You literally could. Oh, there I am. Hello.
What's going on?
What's up? We can share. It's one of his siblings.
Archie's brought a relative along. That's
Did he miss?
He's in! He's in!
He's in! Oh, he's got it!
He's in!
Oi!
Chaos!
Mate, this is not me.
It's chaos! I don't know why that's so funny. Okay, alright, we need to film car stuff, okay, because they don't want it's mayhem. It's, oh my god!
I don't know why you're laughing, he's just shit on your SP.
That's it? You're kidding me.
That's not the only shit it's had. Yeah, it's not the only shit it's had. It's a good point, Archie.
Oh, I don't know why I bother.
Very good. Actually, that is actually a comparison. Your car has had a big shit than mine.
Thank you.
Shit from list, I mean.
Okay.
That's why they're similar value, because...
Okay, well we're going to get onto that, mate. Values and whatnot. That's going to be the, you know, the main meat of the video. Is going to be us.
And we're going to talk civilised about that.
We are going to talk sensibly because we do have a go at each other on social media non-stop, but we are going to talk sensibly about the cars, the market, and to be honest with you, which is a better buy, which is going to be largely based on opinion, which we're not going to agree on.
Exactly, because you have.
And I'm going to be right. What?
You'll be wrong. That's what I do for a job, and you work in the bank. Thank you.
It's what I do for a living now, sort of. Yeah. Who knows what I do for a living at this point? Should we go for a little spin in each of them, and then discuss the pros and cons and how much your car cost you, what you think they're going to do value-wise, how much you're enjoying it, you know, and just, you know.
What do I do? What do I do?
I don't know. What do you do?
Feed your siblings.
Yeah, just go and play with a pigeon.
So you just go around and I just say, I'm in.
Can't you just churn a bit? You can make a video up around there, can't you? It's genuinely still eating it. This is chaos.
Archie at this point is huge.
He's having a good go on that. Archie, what was it? Was it a protein bar?
I dropped a protein bar and now he's eating it.
That is absolute carnage.
Amazing.
Oh, you're filming it as well?
Hello. We're
this is YouTube at its best, ladies and gentlemen.
We're friends, aren't we? Do you think TG is going to lose money on his SV? Yes or no? If you nod your head, it's yes. Yes.
I can hear an Aventador.
That is an Aventador.
Can you hear an Aventador, lad?
Can you hear an Aventador, mate?
Look at my new trainers. Right. Too like crisps? Too many Pringles?
Sweets.
Sweets, yeah, can happen. Right then, first things first, let's go around both of these cars and then let's discuss the similarities and the differences between the two. Tony, mate, you need it because I don't really know much about the 458 Speciale. Okay then, let's come around the back. Let's come around the back. Yeah. So that actually we were saying.
There's a lady.
There was a lady.
Sorry.
So we were actually saying the yellows are actually pretty much the same, aren't they?
Yeah. If we're
very similar.
Yours is a bit darker.
Is yours triple yellow?
No, it's just a.
Just the peasant yellow, whatever it is.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I think mine might be triple yellow, which is chaos.
Okay.
Let's
talk about list price.
List price then. How much was yours to buy brand new?
Mine would have been about between 250 and 260 list.
Oh wow. Okay. And it's a 65 plate. Mine is a 66 plate, and I believe list on mine was 355, 360.
Okay.
Thereabouts, with all the options on it, which some of them are quite expensive, so it did bump it up quite a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's about 100 grand between them to buy brand new.
List,
which is the important bit.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't always reflect today's values. So I'd say today's values. What was your car? 330?
330-ish.
Yeah. and you may or may not have like traded in or done a deal or whatever, but 330 is about market value on that car, with 2,000 to 3,000 miles and the really nice spec, because they are very spec elastic, the Speciales, aren't they?
I think so.
Because you want it with all the carbon, because I've seen a lot of cars on the market, and you were particular about this, you wanted one that had all the carbon, in the right colour, with the right seats, all the right options, low mileage, unmolested, one that you haven't, for example, seen on YouTube doing donuts and being tracked and being absolutely terrorised. And
I didn't want a red one either, because I've had like...
No.
I just wanted a different colour. I didn't want a red one.
Yellow's a good colour, mate.
Yeah.
Yellow's a very good colour, we'll have that. So yeah, you spent ages looking for the right example, and I think you've actually got one of the best examples on the market. And do you know why specifically? Because mate, you got that on it.
Really?
So that just means you've got the best one. Yeah, that's you know, that's just fact. So I didn't really cover the spec properly on my collection video, but it has got carbon the whole way around. So you've got carbon diffuser, the carbon fin on the side, you've got carbon louvers around the front, and carbon front splitter as well, which is absolutely unbelievable. Carbon engine bay as well, that's chaos. So options wise, are you sure this was only 250?
Yeah, there were two.
You sure?
Yeah, I think there were like
even with the options?
Yeah, there were 207 or 208.
Really?
Options, yeah.
And when these first came out, believe it or not, they were offering a discount on these, were they not?
The last of them.
Yep.
Dealers were doing 10 to 15 grand discount.
You're kidding me.
Well, yeah.
That is mayhem. What on earth? So, is this a late one? 65 plate?
Yeah, this is literally the last of them. Started in 14.
So that's arguably the best one to get as well, because it's one of the newest Speciales you can find.
Yeah, but you know these sort of cars.
Yeah.
Number plates don't mean anything because they're a limited run period. It's like GT3s. It doesn't matter if you have a 18 or a 19.
No, it's true.
It's a car. So,
it's not like a Hurricane.
Yeah, exactly. Down, mate. I know, mate. Thank you.
Football scores from Archie. Cheers, pal. So then, market value wise then, that's doing still, what, 80k above list?
Yeah, market value.
And these are around list still, thereabouts, depending on whether or not you buy a nice spec one that's been savaged. Let's talk numbers then. How many have they made, Speciales, and how many are in the UK?
We think Weld about 3,000.
3,000 in total, okay.
Probably about 250 to 300 in this country.
Okay, that's not that many.
Then you have to consider how many get written off.
Yep.
How many get actually poked away, delivery miles, got no miles, and you never see them.
Yeah, that'll be quite a few, I'd imagine.
Yeah, there'll be a few.
Because a lot of collectors, they have all the Ferrari special stuff, and then they just launch it into a collection, and they don't touch them. Which is quite a cool thing to do, but we're a little way off doing that.
Yeah.
So you say about 300 of these in total, which interestingly, and you've got a perf as well. Hello. Interestingly, you've got a perf, and we think there's about the same amount of perf coupes in the UK as there are Speciale coupes.
Possibly.
Yet the perfs have had a dump, value-wise.
Yeah. Whereas these never had a dump.
No, they haven't, had they?
They never had a
they
dump.
kind of just crept up, and then at one point they just started selling for 350k. Especially when the 488 got announced.
They were nearly 400 at one point.
Yeah, they were, and I think they're going that way again.
Yeah.
I think now is a really, really, really good time to buy one. A, you've got that Brexit nonsense, which let's be honest, I don't think Brexit is going to cause much of a problem.
No.
It's too overhyped. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, everyone. Remember you heard it first. You've also got winter. So there's the winter slump every single year. Supercars kind of just...
People panic,
and they don't want to sit on a supercar over winter, pay storage, insurance, blah, blah, blah. So they dump them on the market. And you've also got the fact that Pista deliveries have started. So Pista owners probably have a Speciale, and that's how they've got one in the first place. And they're starting to put them on the market as well. So the supply's gone up and the demand's gone down. Vis-a-vis, buying one of these is a very, very good idea. I think it's a great idea. And if I wasn't sort of hemorrhaged in debt, and all sorts of financial commitments, I would have one as well. I would barge in and try and find a TDF blue one. I absolutely love Speciales. I think they're sick.
Yeah. Me too.
And they're a great investment. If you can get one for sort of low 300s now, I don't see any reason it's not going to be 400 within the next couple of years. Easy peasy. Absolutely no problem at all. So yeah, very, very good buy. You've done well there, lads. It pains me to say it. Should we talk about SVs?
Yep.
SVs, again, almost along the same kind of vein as Speciales. They have dipped because of a Brexit seasonal thing, and also the SVJ. So whereas the Pista came out and a load of Speciale owners dumped Speciales on the market, the SVJ is coming out and deliveries start reasonably soon, including my own one. So a lot of SVs have hit the market. They have dipped a bit. They've dipped sort of 20, maybe 30 grand or so, but they are rare. And again, with the Speciale and the Pista, I think they're going to make more Pistas than they are Speciales. just because of the current climate we're in. People love supercars more. And with the SVJ, they're making like 2,000 odd of those things. So the SV in comparison is going to be extremely rare. And to put it into perspective, there are a third of the amount of SVs in total than there are of Speciales.
Yeah, yeah.
The SV is a super rare car. There's only the same amount, roughly, SVs as there are LFAs, SV coupes.
Yeah, yeah. And but the reason why they're not the money of Speciales is because they're not Ferrari.
How do you mean? The SV is worth more than the Speciale, mate?
No. But what I mean is as a
why they're not doing so much over list?
Why they're not doing so much? Because Lamborghini as a brand, aren't as strong as Ferrari. Ferrari are the strongest brand in the car manufacturing.
Oh yeah, and you were saying earlier that if a Ferrari dealer wants to sell or reduce a Ferrari, they have to contact a network to sort of get approval to reduce the car.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Whereas Lamborghini, I've seen it, it's a free-for-all. They just do whatever they want. All the dealers just sort of screw each other over and just reduce cars and ruin the market and do whatever. We've seen it with the perfs.
Ferrari control it.
Yeah, and Porsche, no worries at all, mate. We're just churning, don't worry. And Porsche are actually somewhere between the two, aren't they?
They are,
Porsche do control the market to an extent, which is annoying when you want to come in and out of these cars. But actually, if you've got one of them, you're kind of a little bit safer value-wise. But I think with the SV, I think they're a good shout. I think they are a good shout. I think now they're a great shout. And whilst they're messing around with the SVJ and making it look like it's been through Halfords, I think the SV is now just a design icon, really. I don't think you could really buy a car less than £1 million that would look any better than that. I think it would just look unbelievable for years to come. It's not your thing though, is it? The SV? Or is it? Because you actually nearly got one.
Yeah.
Let's have a little walk around it.
It's a tough one.
It's not really your thing. Archie, cheers for the input, mate. Are you bored over there?
No.
We're just talking about cars.
Yeah.
We like cars.
Yeah, but you haven't involved me. You're not trying to involve.
Do you want to come in, mate? Do you want to come in? Come on then. Come on over here.
I do have I know about cars. Ask me a question.
Okay, what's the difference between these two?
No idea.
Okay, engine-wise then, what's the difference between these two?
V12?
Yep. And what's in there?
Seriously?
So no, genuinely, like without messing around for YouTube now, what engine is in there? Just the...
I know. Okay, say it then.
Come on then.
Have you lost your ability to talk?
V8.
Yes, yeah, it is. So you've got, it's actually quite cool. We've got NA V10, and these are the last of the generation.
That could have gone so badly wrong. That could have been the end of my YouTube career.
Literally.
I would have put it in anyway. So you got V12, V8 and V10 all together, and all these kind of models are going to be, when these models are all replaced, well that's already been replaced technically, they're all going to go turbo. So these are kind of last of the...
Can I just say one bit of nerdy information?
Yeah, nerdy information, we like that, go on.
Per litre, per horsepower,
Yep.
it's the most brake horsepower of any car.
Really?
Yeah. 125 horsepower per litre.
That's chaos.
Many other road cars.
Really?
Yeah.
What about 812?
No. It's 12 litres, mate. It's not 1200 horsepower, is it?
12 litres, is it 12 litres?
It's a V12. Same as your car.
Doesn't mean it's litres, is it? Cylinders, valves,
Oh yeah.
displacement.
So
I'm just saying words now.
So it's 6 litre, isn't it?
Interject if you can.
Yeah, no, it's still not. It's still not. It's still not. It's still not.
get it.
It's 6.3.
Yeah,
So
the,
it's still not.
No.
You're talking absolute rubbish now.
hello.
Hello.
Hiya, how are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Welcome to TGTV, and more specifically, welcome to Churning. How are we? We don't have a clue about cars. What engine's in the SV?
V12.
It is a V12. How many litre?
No idea.
No idea. There we go. You're as useless as us. Fantastic.
6.5, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a 6.5 litre, 750 brake horsepower V12,
That's
naturally
the best
aspirated.
engine, though.
You what?
That's got the best engine.
Thank you.
Oh, don't tell him that.
Best colour as well.
Thank you.
I think you should do
I think
that
you
for
can
that.
go now, mate, actually. you spoiled my whole video. It's chaos. Speaking of the Pista then, the Pista has just rocked up, which is chaos. Wow.
Talking about blowing out the water,
He's ruined you. He's made you look like a complete idiot.
Say something. It's
Yeah.
turbocharged.
It's turbocharged.
Yeah,
you want that car?
It's
I
better.
do want that car. I want that. That'll be the best car in the world. That'll be unbelievable. But we all know that people don't like turbocharged cars. I personally
I like
think
them. I think they're great.
you don't know nothing about cars. The 488 as a machine, the normal 488 is a better car than that. It's a better car. It's as simple as
It
that.
sounds better. You can have that.
But-
And I actually think that looks better. Is that Pininfarina, by the way? We haven't touched on this.
Is it Pinot Farino?
Well, the normal 458 is, so I guess this is as well.
I thought it was a Pinot.
Yeah.
No, pina colada.
Do I know anything about cars?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
No. You barely know about your own, mate.
No, I don't. Ask me a question about mine. I'll tell you if I get it.
I'll
right.
tell you what you do.
I'll ask me a question about mine.
I'll tell you what you do know about your car.
What?
It's got a flat tyre.
So then the rain's about to set in, so I'm going to leave this video here. Didn't even bother going for a spin because it's just traffic and we're not going to get any value out of just sitting in traffic yammering on at each other. I hope you enjoyed that chat anyway. It was more of a kind of a podcast than a video, but hope you enjoyed it. Hope it kind of answered some questions if you had any, and I hope it gave you a bit of an insight as to why we bought these cars and what we actually think about them and how we feel the market's going to go on them as well, because it is important that you kind of look into what the values of these things are going to do. I know a lot of people say, oh, why do you bother caring that much about these things? Just buy them, drive them, enjoy them. But I speak for myself and also Tony. We're not in a position that we can kind of buy things with our eyes shut, and sometimes the sort of potential value of these things does impact what we buy. So there are certain cars out there I'd love to buy, but right now just isn't a good time because they will represent, you know, an 80 grand poo in 12 months. I'm not going to mention any cars at this point. But yeah, hopefully you found that useful, hopefully you found it interesting, and I just thought it'd be cool just to document the first time these cars have all been out together, albeit only in London. We haven't taken them for a proper drive. But it is cool just having them all parked up and sat around. And you know what, it's about just hanging around with mates, taking the cars out as and when we can, because we're all pretty busy chaps. So it is a rare occasion where they all get to come out, but they do look good together, and it is super, super cool to get these kind of icons together and discuss. They are icons, mate. And let me know in the comments which one you would go for, and to be honest, there is no right or wrong answer with these things. There is no right or wrong answer. I can completely appreciate the 458 Speciale, and I do actually really, really want one. And just in the same way that Tony can appreciate that, yeah, while this car might have its faults, it is actually an icon and it is sick. And if you look back on this car in 3-4 years time, they will not make cars like this anymore. This thing is sick. And likewise with the 458. So anyway, on that note, from myself, Tony, and make sure you are following Tony on Instagram as well. He is an absolute menace on there. Obviously follow myself if you're not already, and go and comment on my last picture, cause some carnage on there. You can follow Archie if you want, he's making friends over there. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Do give this a thumbs up and let us know where you want to see us take these cars, because we are going to drive them out a bit.
Yeah, we should, yeah.
Probably not going to
too much, mate.
We're not going to track them, because at the end of the day, like, we're quite sensible. They're kind of investments as well. And as I said before, if you are looking to get into something special, I would say now is a very, very good time to buy. Let me know in the comments what you think of that anyway, because you're probably going to be abusing me for that. Anyway, I'll catch you very, very soon. Bye!